What's up YouTube? I'm Promise Keeper and you are looking at my 2016 Honda Pilot Touring Edition. We're going to run through real quick how to take apart the dash trim so that you can replace any number of things, but specifically I need to work on my faulty speedometer, so I'm changing my gauge cluster. You're going to remove this panel first. This one was easy enough to get pretty much your fingernails under. Then, don't pull too hard with your hands. Work the tool once you get enough started. There's nothing like saving your family money and breaking something expensive in the process. We have two small screws to remove from this panel. We will do the same thing to start. Find a gap that you can get something to work with. But we're going to give this a tug. This side of the paneling was tricky, but the easiest thing to do with the camera is a little more awkward. Grab from the bottom and they should all release. There's a couple of things happening behind here we'll take a look at in a second. Be aware that that is pretty tight, so you cannot just pull this out. We also have numerous cords and plugs to take care of depending on how many features you have built in. Oh, just some simple plugs with a release you can press with your fingernail. We have a wire and some type of rubber hose. They simply clip onto this piece of trim. The other side from the tension has already let go, but be careful with that. That leaves us with one screw left to remove, and then we can detach this entire shiny section. This is separate from this. This is not attached to the radio face, but these work together when they come apart. And it is a bit awkward, but it will fall right into place if you have them sitting right. This is where I was really afraid I was going to break something. Attached, but not. At this point, if you wanted to work on the radio face, you are pretty much there. Now we're ready to work on the trim for the gauge cluster. This piece of felt, this just clips onto the back of the steering column. Before you pull this too hard, you do have the wire that connects the gauge dimmer. Just like everything else, if you can find the right latch, that will come right out. The only thing left in my adventure today is those two screws at the bottom and one at the top. Magnetic tip would be a real big help too. How does this one fit over here? Just enough room. You might be able to scratch the stubby. There is not a lot of room to pull this out and give you a better look, but it's like every other wiring harness. There is a clip to release and just pull it out. And there is our gauge cluster. So to wrap this up, this is the used cluster that I purchased from OEM Used Auto Parts, the number 1.com. It cost me about 130 bucks to get it shipped here, and that's with a 2-year warranty. This odometer reads about 55,000 miles. The car has 107,000. It was sold as a touring 2016 front wheel drive. It does not match ours. There are functions in the cruise control, in the lane keep assist, parking sensors. Some of the alerts, when they do go off, they don't sound. That being said, we are going to order another one online. Already started this return. Hopefully we have some more luck, and I will update the video. Look in the description and the comments. I'll pin something if I find a solution, but we have to get this programmed to the correct mileage. Honda will do it. They didn't tell me how much it would cost. What they did tell me was that it was $1,300 for them to fix it. I'll buy a couple of these and try myself before I spend that much money at the dealer. If you have any more questions, if there's anything with your Honda, your Pilot specifically, that you've run into and there's not been somebody to find a solution, comment below. Let me know, give it a like, subscribe, share. I'm a little curious, does anybody else have a lot of hesitation when they set the cruise control? And should it be that way? Also, our air conditioner. The AC doesn't stop working, but our fan blower becomes blocked. It's on, but in the middle of a trip, on maybe a really hot day, maybe a not so hot day, it's like a wall of ice must form somewhere, and we get no air movement from the blowers. The dealer already looked at it once and said, we can't recreate it. We checked your levels. Everything seems fine. So I'm not giving it back to them. The air works in the back even when this freezes up, which makes it even more mysterious, or maybe that narrows it down a lot for the right technician. Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching.